St. Bartholomew's Ugly Sweater 5K. I finished first overall in 19:18.49. This was the medal that they gave out. Matches the t-shirt that they gave. I can't pull it up right now. It's a pretty challenging course. It's an out and back, but it's got a lot of rolling hills and elevation change. For like the first 3 or 4 tenths of the race, you're actually got an incline, and then at the turnaround you're going down a little bit, but again, since it's an outback, you're taking that incline right back up. So you go from like free speed to burning legs all throughout the course. It was probably, I don't even know if it cracked 30 degrees this morning at the race start. It is an 11 o'clock race, but it was still chilly this morning. Roads were bare, so that was nice. Travel was awesome with the roads being bare, and then the course was bare, so there's no issues with that. I know I've won this race at least once before, I want to say twice, and then I got smoked the one year. I believe I did this 4 out of the 6 years they've had this. I didn't get to come last year. I don't know what happened. I think the weather was just bad, or I raced somewhere else. I can't remember. Either way, it's a nice local race. It's only 35 minutes for me to get there in Crabtree, so I don't have to travel far. That's why I like going. Another reason why I like going to it, in fact, is because it's a local-ish race, but it actually feels different in a different crowd, say from like the Indiana, Latrobe / Johnstown, Altoona area races. It just brings out different people, so that's nice as well. I didn't sign up till this morning on my way down. I didn't even get there to probably 23 till range. So it's sort of pushing that edge of getting there and rushing around. I didn't even fully get ready until probably 5 till. I know I was looking at the clock as it was ticking down, and I was still putting my gloves and bibs on with 2 minutes before the start of the race. So I was rushing a little bit. Didn't really warm up. Just jogged around the one building real quick, and I jogged like coming out of registration. It's nothing major. I know I wasn't really feeling it this morning. I know my legs really didn't feel like running. Just out of shape. Just been detraining too much. It's starting to catch up with me, obviously, with my time. You can tell it's a lot slower than, say, like the spring, summer, and early fall times when I was actually training and pushing myself a little bit. It's just starting to catch up with me, so I need to get motivation to get back at it. Other than that, I knew going in not to start hot and just try to keep within myself that first couple of tenths and warm yourself up, because years past I would go out too fast with the competition and I would get burned up and end up like almost blowing up and redlining the rest of the race because of the incline, and then people just wanted to go out too fast. So I knew to stay within myself early on and just use that first couple tenths as a warm-up and then gradually ease into it the rest of the way. Though I will say that strategy worked the first couple tenths as I was warming up, but I just didn't have the gumption or the legs to really do anything or put forth a fast effort. I never found any kind of gear to really put myself in drive or overdrive at all. And I was just really feeling it today in my legs and my body in general, having a hard time breathing and just trying to run fast in general. Like I said, it's just being out of shape really starting to catch up with me. I didn't look back at all the first half of the race. I didn't know if there was anybody around me, but I didn't feel anybody in the immediate couple feet behind me. So I was just trying to do my thing and stay focused and more worried about what my body was doing and trying to react to that than what my competition was doing around me. If I would have been pushed at all today, I probably would have just dropped back and hung back, and not really gave much effort. I mean, I was trying, but I just wasn't gonna, put myself in a struggle fest today with how I felt going in. But it's constant, like, rolling hills. There's no real flat parts on the course. And as that turnaround goes, or you get near the turnaround, you do a slight decline for like a tenth or so, but then you have to climb it right back up at the turnaround. So you got that free speed coming down that decline to the turnaround, and then you lose all that momentum as you turn around and then as you climb back up. So it does suck some life out of you because you have to get geared back up, and it can be hard to do. I know I struggled with it, and after the turnaround I struggled the rest of the race. My legs just felt dead, like they were falling off, and just had no energy in them. So I did have to pull back a couple different times, or else I would have definitely blown up, and maybe even gotten sick, because I know my gator was giving me that choking feeling past that 2 mile mark. Breathing heavy. It was just touching my throat in like the wrong way, that it was sort of making me choke. So I had to be cautious of that. At turnaround, I noticed I had 45 seconds before I passed second and third place. There was a man and woman basically running side by side, so I doubled that, so I had a minute and a half. So I was very confident at that point that I could maintain, because I just figured at that point I should be able to grow that lead a little bit more by the end. But it also gave me a buffer to relax some and not stress as much on the way back, so that was kind of nice. I'm not even sure what time second or third place even came in. I went and changed real quick after I finished. I didn't want to be out there in the cold after getting my body hot. I wanted to change of clothes and put some warmer clothes on so I don't get sick. So I didn't get to see them finish. I think I got back to the start line at like 26-27 on the clock. But I know on the way back, all the inclines, there's little inclines, what I generally call speed bumps, really did kick my ass. Definitely struggle with them heavily on the way back. I just gotta, start putting in more work, because that should never happen. I should be able to run those little speed bump hills like they're nothing. But anyway, pretty straightforward. This is win number 20 on the year. That was another reason why I came today. Wanted to crack at 20. Happy I got it. I wasn't really trying for it this year. I really didn't think I was going to get it this year with all the other bigger races that I was doing. But it just happened to fall in my lap, and I wanted a couple shots at it before the end of the year. And since this race is local, I figured I'd give it a shot. So I got it. So I'm happy with that. No, I really don't have to take any shots the rest of the year, or even race the rest of the year, because I know the weather's going to turn the next couple weeks, so we'll see what happens. Guess that's about it. It is a good race, nice people, so if you get a chance, check it out. I do have the race course videoed if anybody wants to see it. Just look up the St. Bartholomew, or the race course previews playlist. You'll be able to see it. Again, it's definitely not an easy course, but the difficulty gets added to it with the temperature, because it's to me it's always been cold. so that adds an extra hard element to the race. So check it out.